Hello and welcome back to the PSISTORM Esports Network. I'm your host Chickenman here for your weekly esports results and highlights from all the major tournaments going on this past week. It was a big week for Valorant as the VCT Stage 3 Challengers events got underway. All 9 regions have now finished up the first Challengers round. The top teams from each of those regions are seeded into the Challengers playoffs. In Europe, Ascend, G2 Esports, Guild Esports, and Fun Plus Phoenix were the qualifying teams.
But they're being herded, they're being cornered. G2 don't have much of the map to play with right now.
See, they're going to post up here. Got to be careful. It's Kellogg's on the other side here. No way.
The timing. He's got it all. CNED is just shoving them in the grave. It's just Nookie now as Ascend, I think, have done more than enough. They close out the series 13-10.
In Latin America, Six Karma and Infinity took the North Division, while Karoo Esports and Australs took the South. Sentinels, Xset, 100 Thieves, and Team Envy were the qualifying teams from North America.
Spike has not yet, but Dev's in a great spot. You see how they have to pull back because of the triple. Oh my gosh! Tens jumps up, gives it to him, is able to get away, looking for more, and he gets it. Tens continuing to do that. Just 2 members left on the side of Xset. Make that one. Aaron in a 1v4 to keep the series alive. And who else but Tens to get the kill? Your North American Kings will not be dethroned, as Sentinels are your Grand Finals champions.
The CIS region saw Gambit Esports and No Pressure making it through. Japan had Zeta Division, Crazy Raccoon, Northeption, and Blackbird Ignis as the qualifying teams. In Turkey, it was Supermassive Blaze and Oxygen Esports on top. In Brazil, things are set up a bit differently. They actually have 3 Challengers rounds. None of the teams from the first round are seeded into the playoffs, so every spot is still open for the second and third rounds. And Southeast Asia is even more unique. They also have a 3rd Challenger round, but the region is also further broken up into 6 sub-regions: Thailand, the Philippines, Malaysia and Singapore, Indonesia, Hong Kong and Taiwan, and Vietnam. Of those 6 regions, there were 4 qualifying teams from this round: X10 Esports from Thailand, Onyx Esports from Indonesia, Bren Esports from the Philippines, and Steal Your Glory from Vietnam.
With this recon dart that they will be attacking B side. On the back side, that's the Spencer with a few HP. Shows his head, but it's one before he goes down. Eman, it's gonna be up to him. He's gonna be able to plant, but wins. He's already here. That's the win. And that's the championship for Bren Esports.
All of those teams are now waiting in the Challengers playoffs for the top teams from the 2nd and maybe even 3rd Challengers rounds to complete. The top teams from those regional playoffs will get a seed into the next VCT Masters event in Berlin. All right, that wraps up the VCT for this week. Let's head on over to Counter-Strike, where we only have a few events to cover this week. The FunSpark Ulti Asia played through their group stage. The top 8 teams are all set to begin the playoffs. The Pinnacle Cup 2 is working through their Swiss stage. Only 1 round left to go before the playoffs are set.
Swing, and Oxygen still hasn't been spotted. Sprayed down onto the Stubbed. Are you kidding me, Skade? That should have been Harvu's take. That should have been Harvu's round for the taking. That should have been the bomb plant for them, and it should have been the victory. But Skade say no, and the short push from Ships will be the icing on the cake. Skade on 14. They're showing Harvu who's boss.
And the Intel Extreme Masters Season 16 got well underway this week. The top 24 teams from around the world are gathered in Cologne to fight it out for the IEM Championship.
The AK-47 ready to execute. Stepping into the crosshairs is Tabson. How much longer can the rest stand? Nico gets another, and Jax is thrust forward. May as well call this 114 now already. Keto does his best. A little bit of damage, but that's all they can do now, as it will be Tizian and Cirrus, the last 2 members to find, and they're stranded over towards CT spawn. G2 just 2 more rounds away now.
Now down to the top 6 as they head into the final days of that IEM. G2 Esports, Navi, Astralis, Virtus Pro, Gambit Esports, and FaZe Clan. We'll have the final results on that on our next episode. Now let's jump over to some Rainbow Six Siege, where all of the various leagues are all 1 week closer to finishing their Stage 2 round robins. Check it out.
Outside, at the very least, man count advantage is nice for Black Dragons to have. Is Live gonna stick this one? He'll try, but there's 3 kills back to back to back. That retake might just be the thing that puts Black Dragons' chances in the dirt. It's gonna fall on Perez. 1 kill in security, but both members of W7M are outside the building. Yet again, this retake might be the thing that makes Black Dragons reconsider ever wanting to play this site ever again. Here comes GD on the swing. No, the SMG-11 will win it out in the end, but there simply isn't time. Gui can then swing, find the final kill, and it will
push back in on this space in a second, but the Flores drone is going to cause some slight problems, force Afro further away again, force them out and allow them to move in on the backside. Shin's peppering bullets towards Laundry to see if they can just catch anybody as Tex has a moment to drop its Lusty. That opens up off and Tex instantly gets the pickup. Mac's going to try and stick it, but there's the cross angle, there's the hold, and there's suddenly K-Razor drop 2. They've gone deeper than deep. Fnatic with a plant drive themselves towards the end of this game. Typon.
Jordan now has to fall back over the bar. Speakeasy still inside of Aviator. 15 seconds left on the clock. As you said, chaos is going to be happening very much towards these final 10 seconds. Spirited shows up. There's no peek at a save today here for 7th Heaven, but they don't even need him. They've got only 1 more player to deal with, and they've done it.
Yes, we've now got a double-sized hole opened up. P4 gets the kill onto Aces. The Mortar drop comes in, but the kills start going in Rogue's direction, Des, until Bibu puts a stop to that with a double. 3 versus 2. It's down to Rips and Crying, but Diffuser is in the hands of Shinka, and he starts to put it down on the ground with 30 seconds. He needs to stick this.
Can't move comfortably either as well. It's going to stick in this case. Out comes the swing, and Bibu wins it again. Captain Bibu with 3 kills from Blue. Make it a 4th. Why not in round 15?
Up against TSM in a 1v2. They don't know where he is, but they do now. The L85 in hand. I don't believe he heard the drop to his left either. Still trying to contest the man with the Baroni achieved as he's bouncing back and forth. Knows one's still here. He'll burn Pojo Man alive. The SMG-11 gonna get it done. Oh, hot and cold for 17 as he puts TSM in a body bag. Just send him down the river.
The Benelux League, as well as the regional leagues in Brazil, Europe, North America, and both Asia Pacific, North and South, will all continue playing through the end of the month. We'll have highlights from those every week, and as the results start to come in, I'll keep you up to date, so hey, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss all of that. Now let's take a quick trip over to the Call of Duty League, where they've started the Stage 5 group stage.
25 seconds left. He holds his position. This is it. They have to somehow get out of the defensive spawn and onto A. But Shotzi is here, just wasting their time. Able to hit the jump shots, and well, you see that. That's just what makes Shotzi so special.
And I said for the minute, you only get really a couple looks at it. I don't know that they got one. Like actual pushes towards the objective, not a single one. Not one.
A couple more weeks before we have any conclusive results from those groups. But the Atlanta FaZe and Dallas Empire will be teams to look out for, as they were the top 2 from Stage 4. Now let's head into the Overwatch League, where the Summer Showdown group stage finished up and the regional knockouts have determined the top 4 teams heading into the tournament weekend.
Under a bit of fire, pops the barrage, but everybody moves away. Marvel gonna be tearing back inside, barely keeps himself alive, but then he will fall on the back end. Jinmu's still gonna be down up, does get eliminated by Chuyu. Prophet is alive, he's got that pulse bomb, but Chuyu's gonna be demeched, and Jinmu's right back into the fray as Yellow finds the miracle res. Chuyu eliminated, Prophet anti, he is dead, and I think they finally made it happen. The OT will bleed away, and the Chengdu Hunters, they have defeated the Seoul Dynasty. They have stopped them from taking this series out from beneath them. They have victory in front of a Chinese audience.
Trying to just contest the point right now, and Decay and Mag just run through the rest of the Paris Eternal as Dan and Drew are trying to fight on the point. Yes, they kill Fury, but will it be enough? It's going to have to be another miracle, but they haven't really got any ults online. A boop onto the ball, and this should just be it. OT ticking down. They do have Vestola to, again, cycle himself on point and get the touch, but he gets instantly demeched. Decay is too high charge, Shoddy. They can't get it. They can't get him down. The ball once more just swinging himself back in. Khan ends up falling to Mag. Once more, it looks inevitable for the Justice to win. The EMP comes out, it takes down the wall, and Bebe as well. 5-man EMP, but it doesn't matter because the Justice find the W.
The Chengdu Hunters and Shanghai Dragons from the east, and the Dallas Fuel and Atlanta Reign from the west will face off in the playoffs this coming weekend. We've already covered a lot this episode, but so far it's just been FPS. So let's go check out the MOBA scene. The Dota 2 International finally has a venue and an official start date of October 7th in Bucharest, Romania. It also has all 18 teams set as the regional qualifiers finished up this week.
This could be huge. There's 2 of them in there looking for that opening now. The jump, the call, it's good. Is it good enough?
Oh, it's
Aegis
good.
on Skylark, what a play! Now Blue Pleb tries to turn, see if they can find that finish. They're gonna be able to. It's a doomed up Lina, buys back. It's a long way to get back into this one. Luna is now dead as well. Focus trying to play cleanup. They take down Fishman. There's the call now afterwards onto the Hoodwink. Another triple kill for Focus.
First down the Morphling, in fact, Olmir, he's gonna die now, the RP's there. They got the egg off in time though, but the skewer right back into a 3-man RP. Oh, he found an even better one. Ulu, he'll get to work. Shiro trying to survive, can't do it though. The Sunder's not enough. There's no buybacks. A triple kill there from Ulu. Skewer more in, an ultra kill now, and well, there's only one left.
The Western Europe qualifiers, OG Esports was able to take down Tundra Esports in the finals 3-2, getting revenge for their loss in the upper bracket finals.
Jump forward, there's the stun that they need. They take down Skitter, he buys back now. They keep on chasing it on this one. Thompson trying to find 9, he gets him. It's a godlike spree, they can't get anything. As one by one, all of Tundra falls, OG doesn't even die, and GG is called. OG are going back to TI to defend their title.
And the final qualifying team was Elephant. The Chinese qualifiers taking down eHome 3-1 in the finals. They as well lost in the upper bracket finals, but they won where it counted.
There's 2 heroes that aren't going to be back into the fight. They don't have buyback. They'll use the refresher. They've got the hook shiny, and that lands on a Sour. The Nimbus is down. The Thunder God's Wrath isn't going to be enough damage into the jetpack, and now trying to run, but they get the kill on a Super. It's only Super. The buyback's out. Sour can't survive. He's got buyback. It's still a 3v5. The Nimbuses are down. The Mega Creep secured. The damage is out, but Somnus moves in with the BKB and the blink forward. Eurus from the side in the trees has the refresher. There's the Terror Wave. Fearing them out of this qualifier. It's a full team wipe, and Elephant will qualify and book their ticket to TI.
It's going to be quite a big gap now that the International has been moved from August to October. Hopefully we get some good Dota content to fill up that time. Now, if we're talking about lots of good content, we need to look no further than League of Legends. We've been covering the multitude of events that have been going on for the last few weeks. Today we've got some results, we've got some highlights, and we've got one new event to mention. So let's start with that one. The Pacific Championship Series began this week. PSG Talon in the early lead with 4 weeks left to play.
Team once again funnels up onto the ramp, leaving Rest alone though. Rest is gonna fall down, and Gemini is still pretty healthy going into the backline. That's a 3-man Arcane Barrage going into the fray as J-Team have to scatter and run away. How many members can they keep alive in this fight? Lika is chasing with Scissors wide open, doesn't find his next target, and J-Team got what they came for.
The Turkish Champions League finished their group stage this week. Galatasaray Esports taking first place as they head into the playoffs. All of the other regions are still working through their round robins. I'm going to hit you with the top teams as we enjoy some highlights. In the LPL, Edward Gaming is in a comfortable first place.
Kramer once more, just threatening the backline. Kramer will survive. Shea goes back. The Shuriken landed, but it's not going to be followed up on just yet. Fairness instead is the target on this front line, taken down by Jingyi, who walks away with his life, but actually finished off by Xie. But it was a sacrificial play. Takes 1 for 1 there. AD carry for mid laner. Kramer now gets chased down. Tian has a stopwatch to keep himself safe. And Shaolahu with another. In goes Shadow. He wants a bit of the action himself, but you can't go for that one. You can't finish off the Xin Zhao that easy.
In the LCS, it's 100 Thieves on top.
But can they do more? No, they can't. Moonfall, Pop, Pomelta will finally die at the end of the Lost. Lost dives in, but Broxer taking up what he can as TSM have actually found an angle here as Broxer is going to fall down. Now, Huni found Wild Turtle. Need one more carry to kill. Smoothie dead. And now Turtle going to go through and Finn. He might take a while to kill, but they're going to get him in the end as he takes down Sword Art. And Huni critically will take out Wild Turtle as Finn is so tanky. But Speaker barely will complete the ace for TSM.
In the LCS Academy, it's the FlyQuest Academy currently holding down first place.
1-for-2 trade. Maybe they can clutch this one out now, but with no Nexus turrets, again, the waves will do the work for Immortals. They just have to stay alive. Don't die to TSM. Let the supers hit the Nexus. CSM will not be able to clear these out, but they're still fighting. There we go. Brady gets the kill. Cody's son, he answers it back. But there's too many minions. Immortals take down the Nexus. Immortals go 2-0 against TSM. And
the CBL has 2 teams tied for first, Flamengo Esports and Vorax Liberty. Same story in the LEC, where Fnatic and Rogue have the same record at the moment.
It's a 3v3. Jessica has a lot of damage, but G2 have a lot of poke. Jessica, the one that you need to watch. If the Tristana lives, if the Tristana can get something done, it's going to be big. White Knight now running for the hills. Yanko's going over the wall. The Lee Sin is massive. Reckless from downtown. Big arrows coming in. Arrows finding kills. G2 taking the fight. They take out Jessica. White Knight steals the form, but it's not enough. Wonder and Reckless versus the world. They find the triple for Reckless. They can turn to the soul.
In the LCK, Gen G Esports is winning a close race at the top.
Front line, they're going in, but Summit immediately gets burst down. And that's the power of the Rhyme. It's going to go the way of Dread. He picks it up again, wins another smite fight, and maybe it's enough. They got to burst down Prince, but they can't quite get onto him. But still, the kick is good enough, and now, man. Fate's still alive! What is going on? Fate's going to get it. Okay.
Rascal Jester is holding the #1 spot in the LJL. And finally, the LLA has Rainbow 7 and Infinity with tied records. Lots of games have been played, and there are still tons more to come. Of course, I'll cover the results, and we'll always have highlights for you, but if you want a more detailed list of teams and records, the brackets for every event are always listed in the description below. Not much left to do now except cover our final game of the day, Starcraft 2. The GSL Code S continued with Group D this week, final group to secure the top 8.
Great overcharge there, though. Carriers can do quite well against Hydras in some of these situations.
Yeah, but the Hydra count is enough that all those interceptors are being shot down. But again, it's more than just the threat of the carriers here. And with not that many lurkers left, and these disruptor shots would be insane.
Oh, very good disruptor shot there on top of those Hydras.
Okay, Trap fighting back now. I don't know that this base at 3 o'clock can be salvaged. It just seems like there's more of every Protoss than there are Hydras right now. And that includes carriers.
Solar.
That's going to be a GG.
Parting and Trap making it through there with pure Protoss dominance. We also had the World Team League this week, which wrapped up their playoffs after nearly 4 months of games.
Uh-oh. And she's pulling it back a bit. Tanks are going to spread out. I mean, Scarlet's basically going to have one attempt to bust through this army. She's going to have the attempt for Infestors coming forward. The scan goes down, so we can start to target down those Infestors, though the Neurals should be minimalized. Oh, I don't think this is going to be it for Scarlet. She's losing so much. There's still tanks on the high ground. Innovation! Banelings are they going to be? Roach Ravager morphing at the moment. Dark has no gas, and I don't know if he even made Banelings yet. Not to mention the fact that this map is just amazing for positions you can take as the Terran player, so add that into the fact, right, that these tanks can fire from across the way. I don't think there's Banelings here, guys. The Ravagers are going to drop some more barrels. They will put another tank low, but Mara is here, and Mara is going to do it, and Team NV are going to be the champions of the World Team League.
After a nearly undefeated season, Team NV takes the finals over Dragon Phoenix Gaming, the only team to beat them during their regular season, 5-3. There aren't many team leagues in StarCraft these days, so it is really cool to see which teams have the strongest rosters. Well, all that's left for us now is to wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and of course subscribe if you want to keep up with all the esports action. There is never a dull day in esports. As always, I've been the Chickenman here for the PSISTORM Esports Network. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.